beautiful. No one will see that. Alright. Anyway, welcome to another Miner's Haven video, where you're gonna need this in the next update if you're gonna want one of those enchanted items. You're telling me you don't have this stuff? Well, it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. You just get it. It might take a couple rebirths, but once you get it, then good job. I'd say one way to get these easier is to not skip so many lives. And then, well, if you're life 5,000, then you're basically screwed. But otherwise, it's all good. Now, in this, I'm just going to be doing some typical rebirthing. And we'll talk about the upcoming update that will change some stuff. So, first of all, I got my point farm, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about some big changes and some slightly controversial changes that are coming in the next update that I would like to put my own opinion on. Now, the first one I see is that the Vulcan's Grasp is going to be upgraded, which is good because it's bad, in my opinion. It gives a little bit over 10 times, which is, you know, great if it was like a furnace. An upgrader you could use more than once, but you can't, is the thing. So that's quite interesting. So I'm glad to see that's getting buffed, because I just took it out of my setup because lunar refiners are superior. Once there's 3 of them, of course. But, yeah. So, this is my current setup before I move on. Look at how great it is. You see how fast these ores get upgraded? Well, not in the next update, because that is going to be something that has changed as well. I'll talk about that a little later. Second of all, let's talk about slipstreams that are going to be added. Or, as in, you have a chance of getting it if you're life 1000. Which, let's be honest, slipstreams, in my opinion, are the least useful thing in the game. Because think of someone like at life 8,000, or God forbid even my life. I mean, if you get a slipstream item and it lasts 1 life, you might just be like, oh, alright, I got a times 100 upgrader. Let's just shoehorn it in and then call it good. Are you really gonna do that? Or are you just not gonna use it because you have your saved this setup and you can't even use it, really? I mean, for anyone who is like life 1000 or something, I could see the slight use for it, but it's still like, if you have a setup, I feel like slipstreams to some extent are just going to be more of an annoyance, maybe? Am I the only one who thinks this? I mean, they won't be annoying. I mean, slipstreams are actually useful if you're low enough and you don't have the most spectacular setup. But otherwise, I don't see much of the use for them. I mean, keep them. I'm not saying just throw them in the garbage. I mean, it's better to have them be available to everyone other than just no one. It's a positive change, but just the slipstream tier itself is confusing to me. Now, as I'm rebirthing, let's get into the more juicy stuff. This one being positive as well. Stars will now have a chance to destroy the ore if it re-enters the same upgrader too quickly. So basically, some exploiters, I'm sure not all of them, but some exploiters will have to come up with a different way to use their ultimate 1 billion stars in 1 setup now. Or, you know, something like that, because I'm sure it's still possible. It's just you have to do some digging for it, which, you know, don't. It's just a waste of time. Then if you get on the board with it, you'll just be removed anyway. At least I'm pretty sure, because I say that, but the #1 all rebirth person right now is an exploiter, and I'm not talking about Rhea. Or Brick Yellow, for that matter, because I think he's up there too. At least I don't think. Brick Yellow. Look, I'm not trying to attack anyone, but I know for sure, like, up there is a bad person. There's a lot of bad people in Miner's Haven. But basically, this is used to attack exploiters and anyone who uses the star, for example, with the gate, where you close the gate right on the ore, that is on top of a star upgrade. Which, if you move the ore around, it'll upgrade a lot. And pretty fast, but this update will prevent that from being possible. Using stars traditionally like this, you'll be fine, because it has to be the same upgrader that is causing it. So, you're golden if you just do it this way. However, if you don't do it that way, and for example, you have a star setup where you, like, make it go in and out of the same upgrader. Man, I hate the sound someone's lawn mowing. That might be heard. But anyway, there's another thing we have to discuss. I'll just do this. I'll make it a little louder. But otherwise, the big bad change, in my opinion, is the star's effectiveness in general being nerfed. Now, you might be like, well, it's going to be used for people who just over-rely on stars, of course. Maybe that would be the case if you're Life 1000. Because you can find other ways to rebirth at Life 1000. What if you're my life, though? Or even if you're Life 10,000 or 8,000. I mean, I might be talking about a small minority of the game. Or really not even, because there's about 100 people who are Life 10,000 at this point. I don't know how many of those are legit. I don't know how many of them aren't legit. But there's definitely a lot of people. And this is nothing but negative for them, because you cannot rebirth a different way. You cannot... I can't just single these out of my setup and rebirth. I mean, maybe I'd get close, but I wouldn't skip any lives then. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the point. You're supposed to be number one, everybody. And get all the items, get all the Newtoniums, get them all. It's kind of hard to do it when the main thing we use is going to be hit because we rely on it too much. I mean, that's what you get for making... That's what you get for making an upgrader that literally just loops your ore to a certain amount that no upgrader could even come close to doing. And then nerfing it? I mean... This is apparently getting a little buff to combat the nerf that is being brought to this, but it cancels itself out, in my opinion. It's like, then what's the point? I mean, Nova Stars, speaking of which, I mean, yeah, they'll be used still. I mean, Nova Stars will be even more advantageous to get now. But otherwise, it's just, I don't see the point. But I'm about done rebirthing, because I'm just waiting on the update now. I guess this could be considered skipping 15k at Life 20,000, which I am doing. I'm not sure if I'll name the video that, but that's what's going on. I'm ready for the update. Hopefully you are, because I'm pretty sure it's coming tomorrow. So get these. Oh, there's a few other things you need. Like, I'm pretty sure you need one of these. Pretty sure you need one of those. Pretty sure you need these, and that. Oh yeah, make sure to get a couple hunting tents too. We'll just put those in. Oh, and sword god shrines. Yeah, make sure you have about that many. But I don't think you need sword god shrines. I was just trying to be funny. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later in the update. 3rd anniversary, baby.